Good evening, members of the Board of Being Information. It's October 1, 2024, and the time is 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I come before you today to report a significant sighting that occurred earlier this afternoon on Richardson Bay, just off the coast of Sausalito, California. As you are aware, my subtle power allows me to perceive beings when three or more are gathered. This ability has proven reliable over the years, and today it was triggered in a way I have not experienced in quite some time. At approximately 3:30 p.m., I was walking along the marina, preparing to meet with an old contact, at a local cafe, when I sensed something unusual. The waters of Richardson Bay were unusually calm, almost unnaturally so, and then I felt it, the familiar tingle in my awareness that signaled the presence of beings. What I saw next took me by surprise. There were at least 4, possibly 5, new beings on the water itself, floating just above the surface as though the water beneath them was solid ground. They were gathered near the eastern edge of the bay, close to the floating docks. Their forms shimmered faintly, as if they were not fully anchored to this plane, and their presence was causing subtle ripples in the fabric of the atmosphere around them. From what I could discern, these beings were unfamiliar to me. They did not belong to the Manta network, nor any of the regional clans I'm accustomed to interacting with. Their attire was striking: long, translucent robes that seemed to be woven from strands of light itself, shifting between soft greens and blues. It was almost as though the colors were mimicking the reflections of the water, blending them into the environment. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I could feel the intensity of their conversation. They were not merely passing through. There was a deliberate purpose in their gathering. One of them, I believe the leader, was gesturing toward the horizon, pointing at something beyond my field of view. Whatever they were discussing, it felt like an event of great importance. There was a weight to their presence, and I suspect they are linked to a larger movement happening beyond our immediate perception. As I observed them, I noticed that their energy signatures were not like anything I've encountered before. It was almost as if they were resonating on a different frequency, a higher one, perhaps, and my ability to perceive them felt strained. This could mean one of two things: either they are from a distant portal network we've yet to encounter, or they have evolved beyond the current limitations of our understanding of being interaction. I leaned toward the latter. I tried to get closer, but by the time I reached the docks, they had already dissipated, vanished into thin air, leaving no trace behind. The waters of Richardson Bay returned to their normal state, as though nothing had happened. But I know what I saw. There is something new stirring in the bay, and it's only a matter of time before they make themselves known in a more direct manner. As for my personal connection to Sausalito, I've spent years traveling through its portals and observing the subtle movements of beings across the Bay Area. This sighting felt different, more deliberate, more intense than anything I've witnessed before. I suspect these beings are either scouts or envoys, preparing for something larger. The fact that I was able to see them suggests they wanted to be seen, at least by someone with my ability. I advise that we monitor Richardson Bay closely in the coming weeks. I believe this was not an isolated event, and the presence of new beings in such numbers indicates a shift in the balance of power or the formation of a new alliance. That concludes my report. I will be available for any questions or follow-up investigations. Thank you for your time.